Yo, what up, guys? It's your boy T-Dub, whatsblazing in sports. All right, guys. It's been a while, but I'm back with my 15 minutes or less, giving you my very best, taking a quick step from work. All right, let's talk about it. Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo both were in action this weekend, and both did very good. Jermall Charlo was up against a very game opponent, Brandon Adams. Very slick fighter, avoided a lot of Jermall Charlo's big punches. And then Sulecki taking on Demetrius Andrade, who, you know, uh, fought Denny Jacobs. Very tough matchup. Nobody actually stopped him. And Demetrius Andrade, he fought at home, went out there to put on a performance, actually went for the stoppage a few times. The first round, landed some big shots, being very slick, having his hands down, throwing his wide, looping left hand that could not miss. But let's get to the point. Let's get to the meat and the gravy of this 15 minutes or less. Jermall Charlo, Demetrius Andrade, both deserve the big fight. Both of these guys deserve a fight with Canelo Alvarez. Both of these guys deserve a fight with at least Triple G. But now it seems that Canelo Alvarez has been elevated to a higher standards. And Triple G, even though he's titleless, is still being regarded as being bigger. It makes me think that these guys are going to be forced to fight each other before having to fight one of them guys. And the thing is, even if Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo fight each other, Triple G and Canelo still won't fight the winner. And it'd be crazy that they would be a unification match and they still won't get the winner. It's like I said in my live stream. These guys' greatest asset is their kryptonite. By Jermall Charlo and Demetrius Andrade being a threat, being good, is just enough to have them avoidable. Now, Triple G don't want to fight him. Think about this. At first, Triple G and Camp was like, they didn't want to fight black fighters. Black fighters don't sell. What color was the last fighter that Triple G fought? Anybody? What color was Steve Rose? Who? Steve Rose. Why was Steve Rose worthy of a fight, but Jermall Charlo wasn't? Demetrius Andrade wasn't. And here's the crazy thing, right? All right, so Triple G avoided Jermall Charlo. It was a mandatory position. It wasn't for a title. All right, okay, all right. So Triple G should have been hunting down. He should have been the bounty hunter going after Demetrius Andrade. Give me that strap. He wasn't. Demetrius Andrade, being a given champion, offered a fight. Offered a fight to Triple G. Please, come fight me for the belt. Please, here. Typically, it's the challenger challenging the champion. We have the champion challenging the contender, the challenger. Well, I guess he's not a challenger because he don't want to be challenged. And Triple G said no. And I remember when Triple G was interviewed, they said, well, why not fight Jermall Charlo or Demetrius Andrade? Hey, yo, guys. He says, well, if I fight Jermall Charlo, they're going to say, why didn't you fight Demetrius Andrade? If I fight Demetrius Andrade, they're going to say, why didn't you fight Jermall Charlo? Well, I don't fight neither one of them. I want Canelo. So, you didn't fight Andrade. He didn't fight Charlo. But Steve Rose, that I'm going to be honest. If you are not a hardcore boxing fan, you don't know who the fuck Steve Rose is. You might be thinking somebody is not quite singing that David Banner song right. Mike Jones. Who? Mike Jones. Guys, remember this is your boy T-Dub. 15 minutes or less. I literally just stepped away from work for a little bit. Get a little video in. Talk some boxing. And now, hold on. Let's hold on, guys. All right, guys, we're in the building. YG Knight, salute. Lil McKing, what's happening? H Money, what's going on, bro? Dante Watkins, what's cracking? Dalton Judge, salute. All right, looks like it's working, guys. So, I want to jump right into Canelo Alvarez potentially taking on Sergey Kovalev. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Well, I'll give you mine. Let's talk about it. Guys, if it happens, I want to be one of the first to say, I haven't heard anybody else say it, but that does not mean it has not been said. But I can almost guarantee if Canelo and Sergey Kovalev fight is made, there will be a weight rehydration in effect, no doubt. If Canelo fights Sergey, and I bet you right now, that's probably what's holding it up, is Sergey is probably trying to get over that rehydration clause, and Canelo in camp is like, listen, we're the biggest fight you're going to get. You take this 3 pounds rehydration clause or nothing. Guys, how tall is Sergey Kovalev? I don't even know how tall he is. Wouldn't it be crazy if Sergey Kovalev, I'm just guessing, guys, let's say he's around 6'2". Canelo Alvarez have 2 clauses. You cannot rehydrate over 176 pounds, and you cannot come in the ring no taller than 6'1". Like, this dude got a... I don't know, man. Mike Biggs, boxing, what's blazing, family? Guys, man, listen, I wish I could operate for a while, but this is one of my 15-minute breaks. I appreciate you guys coming in. Please smash the like button. But let's keep talking, man. Listen, Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo, and these are good fucking fighters. They are different fighters. When you look at Demetrius Andrade, he is not a come ahead brute force. He gets the job done. He's a slick boxer, very slick boxer. And even when I saw him fought Sulecki, because Sulecki at times, he was just trying to move with Demetrius Andrade. Both of them guys are moving. Both of them guys are trying to disguise their shots. And Demetrius Andrade was throwing his this looping, hands hang low to the ground, swinging left hand. And that shit was landing. And then you look at Jermall Charlo, he is brute force. Jermall Charlo works behind the jab, comes with a big right hand. That is brute fucking force. And for whatever reason, the fans are not just diving all in on these guys. I don't know why. Why is that, guys? Deontay Wilder, another guy that would knock your head clean off your shoulders. He will have you looking like a turtle that is scared with your head ducked between your shoulder blades. Now I gotta say this though. Deontay Wilder is he's slowly gaining the fans that he deserves. The fans that he should have had a long time ago. We should get behind these guys like people are behind Canelo. We should support Demetrius Andrade no matter what network. We should support Jermall and Jermall and even Earl Spence Jr., even Terrence Crawford, no matter what network. No matter what network. Deontay Wilder. These guys deliver. Like a mailman on the first and the third. They deliver. And we should be happy. Like a mailman on the first and the third, and you waiting on that check. You should be happy. You know? And now we got Kovalev. Possibly going to take on Canelo. Guys, who the fuck wins that fight? And another question. Will the rehydration, and guys, I'm telling you, once your favorite channels listen to my video, this will come up. There will be a rehydration clause. There will be. Sergey is not going to be allowed to come in that bitch comfortable. Sergey is going to have to be sipping water and watching what he eats the day before and the day of. You telling me that it's not going to be a second day weigh-in? I bet you it is. Will it matter? Is Sergey Kovalev too big for Canelo? Has Sergey Kovalev, has he slipped that much? Now, guys, I have to be honest. Hear me clear. Crystal. Kovalev has not been the same since he got beat, like Drake said, back to back by Demetrius Andrade. I'm sorry. Not Demetrius Andrade, against Andre Ward. Since Ward beat him back to back, he has not been the same, man. And then he went out there and got his ass waxed on and waxed off and knocked out. Yes, he revenged that loss. But in that fight, guys, we did not see the crusher. We seen a boxer. We didn't see the crusher. The punches were not crushing. The punches were not crushing. They were landing. There were punches and bunches. But I did not see the crusher. And maybe that is a reason why Canelo is like, listen, if I can go up to light heavyweight and beat this crusher list, think about it. Think about this, guys. The crusher hasn't been the same. His power has not been the same. His speed still looked decent. Don't get me wrong. Speed looked decent. He showed good boxing ability. I'm not saying that. But the power hasn't been the same. So maybe, just maybe, Golden Boy and Canelo is thinking, Canelo, if we put a rehydration clause on his fucking ass, the crusher would be even crusherless. I'm telling you this. His power would not be there. We get inside. We stay inside. That's our fight. We can beat him. You can be light heavyweight champion of the world. I was born ready. And another question. Why do you think Canelo, I see my 15 minutes are almost up. Why do you think Canelo picked the crusher over Demetrius Andrade and Jermall Charlo? I can tell you why. Because two of the guys are fucking starving. They're hungry. They are young. That lion, that mane on that lion is thick. And he wants to take over the pride. Kovalev, a seasoned fighter, a veteran. Yes, he still got the will to fight, but he doesn't have that young lion, that young juice flowing through him. And he gives an opportunity. And remember, if Canelo fights Sergey, this is a cherry pick. The question is, would he be biting out more than what he can chew? Rehydration clause and all. Let me go back to the chat. Left side of the brain. Salute, brother. Guys, I'm sorry I could not read the chats. I would definitely read them when I get back in the office. I'm going to start bringing these back, guys, whenever I can step away from office. These are called my 15 minutes or less, where I give you absolutely my best off the top of my brain. This is my Let's Talk About It segment. Please subscribe. Please share. Please tell a friend to tell a friend about your boy T-Dub, What's Blazing in Sports. And I'm out.